ब्रह्मचर्यव्रती दण्डी सर्ववेदान्तपण्डिता श्रीमद्विवेकयोगी मां प्रचोदयतु सर्वदा. Over the last 108 days, I have tried to present Swamiji's love for India expressed through his own thoughts and words of adoration for the Queen of his heart, Mother India. Swamiji helps us to discover the soul of India. There are any number of people, poets, philosophers, who have spoken about India, her achievements in various fields of art, science, literature, so on and so forth. But a person who could directly enter into the soul of our nation and bring out the best and broadcast it all over the world so that the world may find in our spiritual literature the peace, happiness, and achievements they are looking for. Swamiji has reiterated the words of many great teachers, rishis and avatara purushas in his discovery of India's soul. And he has presented us the wonderful knowledge that as we try to understand India and own her up, her spiritual wealth, claim it as our own, then as a very natural process, we start ascending the steps of our spiritual evolution. That is the difference between discovering India externally and discovering India internally. So, the soul of India is nothing but the soul of the universe. Soul of India represents nothing other than the ultimate truth which the Sanatana Dharma has extolled from centuries and centuries onwards. So we had been blessed to taste a little bit here and there of these wonderful teachings of Swami Vivekananda. His own great master, knowing fully well the value of the Indian spirituality, insisted on his favorite disciple Naren doing mother's work before he started searching for truth and realization for himself. And it is this search that took Swamiji round the country and brought him to Kanyakumari and then onwards and forwards in his life. So let us, in this concluding session of this series, once again remind ourselves of the ultimate goal which the Sanatana Dharma points out. The truth is this, Swamiji says, the knowledge of Brahman is the ultimate goal, the highest destiny of man. But man cannot remain absorbed in Brahman all the time. When he comes out of it, he must have something to engage himself. At that time, he should do such work as will contribute to the real well-being of the people. Atmano mokshartham jagat hitaya cha. Therefore do I urge you in the service of jivas in a spirit of oneness. But my son, such are the intricacies of work that even great saints are caught in them and become attached. So that is why in our search for the soul of India, instead of straight away taking up for discussion this ultimate truth, we went through the exercises of purifying our work into Karma Yoga, purifying our love into Bhakti, purifying our mind through Raja Yoga, and now ultimately we stand at the pinnacle of the knowledge. Now what we have to do is to plunge into the depths of this knowledge through our own sadhanas and tapas. Nobody else can help us in this. Only our own deep contemplations, meditations, surrender, in Swamiji's words, renunciation and service. These are the factors which can help us in this search for the ultimate fulfillment of our lives. So, hereafter, it should be our effort to infuse our thoughts, words and actions with this great awareness of the oneness of truth. Satyam param dhimahi, satyasya satyam, satyameva jayate. No other country has put so much of emphasis in this ultimate oneness of truth. Blessed are we to be born in this country. So when we say, I love this nation, it is not a love of the externalities or beauty or magnificence of our nature. It is the magnificence of this thought that should engage our attention. So when I love India, I agree to merge myself with this great thought of the oneness of the universe. Veshti should merge into this samashti. That should be our ultimate goal. For me personally, the last 108 days were a beautiful japamala. Each day taking up one thought of Swamiji, contemplating upon it, making it more and more understandable to the audience with whom I am conversing, trying to make it more and more practical in our thoughts, words and deeds. It had been a great tapas. As I pass over each bead of my japamala and find out new meanings and new relevance, it was as if I was making an offering to the great Master's feet. So 108 days, by Swamiji's grace, by Sri Ramakrishna's blessings and the Almighty's, what shall I say, Almighty's design, we could go through these 108 days of remembering the beauty and glory of our nation through the Vivekavanis. Now, those of those who have shared my thoughts with me should try to read more of Swamiji's works, Swamiji's words, contemplate on their meanings. Now it should be easy with the lessons which we have gone through. It should not be a difficult task to contemplate and meditate on Swamiji's sayings and then try to look at India with a different pair of eyes, from where ajnana has been removed, where jnana has been implanted. Our ajnana timira has been removed and jnana lens have been implanted in our eyes. So there may be any number of faults in a country when we look at it externally, but you can contemplate of Mother India and the Supreme Divine Mother, all those just disappear and only the brilliance of knowledge shines forth from her. And that should be the way in which we love and surrender to the Great Mother. Blessed am I that I could go through this counting of my beads without any break, and as I detach myself from this series of discussions, let me pray for all of you. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhaved. Om purnamada purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnameva vasishyate. Namaskar to all of you.